I never expected I would end up making a video about Family Guy. The episode I watched was something that I felt that needed to be talked about. I figured that I should be the first within the skeptic community to cash in this. I want to review this episode. It's a fresh take from me and everyone else, so let's begin. So, in the beginning, Brian takes Stewie to the library just to hit on some random women there, already showing off his desperateness to get laid once more. But he fails so hard hitting on this one chick. I can see why now people don't really like him. He sees a rally where these students are protesting about transphobia and how being a teacher pretty much sucks. Brian gets back on Twitter and starts making jokes about it. After being on Twitter for some time now, Stewie says that the only people that cares about your tweet if you're rich or famous, which is sadly true. So Brian decides to go watch Baywatch. However, he decides to take a picture of a poster of Ride Along 3 and make a joke about how he's not watching it because he's white. To be honest, that joke was a bit in poor taste and it should be mocked for it. But this is the world of Family Guy, and there is one thing we know from the show is that everything is over-exaggeration and over-the-top funny. At least most of the time. When Brian was about to leave the theater, a woman greeted him and asked if it was Brian. When she finds out that it was him, she spilled soda at him and told him how he's an evil, racist pig. There was an angry mob waiting to maul him down like a pack of hounds. Soon, all of Quahog pretty much neglected the entire Griffin family. Lois is ignored by the entire store, Peter Owen's friend turned against him and even removed him from his table. And the kids had to fight their way out of the cafeteria. This was my favorite part because it was a recreation of one of the fight scenes in Kingsman. I love the movie in case you're wondering. That part in Family Guy was pretty funny and cool. It gives me a new respect for men. Anywho, the mob is still outside and they continue to throw stuff at the house. Brian pretty much deleted everything on social media. Lois suggested that he apologize for his tweet to end this insanity. He pretty much agreed. So Brian went outside to confront the mob. He tries to communicate with them, but some people were getting offended over minor things. People are saying things on like how they identify as a basketball and how he should not tone police them. Brian snaps and tells the entire mob that he is sick of them and how they should be focusing on genuine issues instead of freaking out over a tweet. It only made the mob angrier. He went back inside and is sure his family will protect him. But Lois feels like the best solution is if Brian were to leave the house and move away from Quahog. Brian, with no choice but to accept this reality, Stewie takes Brian's collar and leaves Quahog to move into a small apartment building. There's really nothing much to add to it. You'd think that a typical Family Guy episode would find a way to end up fixing this problem, but this is new and rare for the creators. For once, the episode doesn't end like nothing happened and everything's gonna be okay. Brian is now living alone in his apartment building, and now we're just waiting on the next episode. Could Brian be axed out from the show for longer than 3 episodes? How would the family do without Brian? Will the creators of the show will just pull another ass pull? Who knows? But what I can say that I have to give this episode a round of applause for not only doing something new but also bringing things into light. Allow me to explain. Social media has always been a means of communication and for people to express their ideals. But within that atmosphere is a group of people that likes to take things a bit too far. I'm talking about the reactionary group of people that lose their minds over such simple matters at hand. One example is the entire Donald Trump election. People like Garrett Robinson is willing to cut off all forms of communication if you voted for Donald Trump.
Including me, were shown that this nation and its ideals have not advanced as far as we thought. 25% of this country raised its voice in support of a liar, a racist, and a misogynist, but I do not accept him or his supporters.
The entire fight in the cafeteria, one boy mentions how we are living in a post-joke society. Making jokes that is racist or sexist causes outrage. The whole microaggression and tone policing from the mob. It is without a doubt mocking the extreme left wing. Keep in mind that Brian is a left winger. Everything that's happened in that episode is almost too similar compared to what's happening today in social media. And that's why I made this video. Even South Park could never go this far. Sure, it made fun of social justice, but never in a sense where it's 100% accurate or related to real life. If Princey Principal was a woman who dyed her hair and looked very unattractive and get offended easily, the show would have been more accurate. The creators of Family Guy are right about how people are losing their minds over this and how we should not disown people for making bad jokes or having a different set of views. I'm hoping that the next episode of Family Guy will continue to dive deeper into this issue. It doesn't have to be well written to make a point. More and more shows are going against this narrative, and I think Family Guy and South Park is leading the charge. See you humans later!
Lucky there's a Family Guy in the house.